Hello and welcome to Trinity, RedorBluePill, HiHoKermitTheFrogHere. I have some interesting articles and links that I think connect to what's going on now. Now, in September 2018, the Iceberg Observatory had its first neutrino hit. We also had the Sunspot Observatory closure, and then Elon Musk, as you'll hear next, in September of 2018, has this frantic message.
And to do so as quickly as we can. There could be some natural event or some man-made event that ends civilization as we know it, or in life as we know it, over time. But we should not assume that it is open for a long time. We should take action and become a multi-planet civilization as soon as possible. And that's kind of like the defensive reason. And I do want to emphasize it's multi-planetary, not life on Mars, Moon, maybe Venus, the moons of Jupiter, throughout the solar system, and then ultimately extend life beyond the solar system to other star systems. So many things that make people sad or depressed about the future. This is something that you can look forward to. That makes you glad to be a human being. I hope that people will see it that way. That is the intent of BFR. So this is sort of an illustration of what it would be like on Mars base.
So there's a mega file. I'm not going to read the entire book. It's an interesting read. It goes through the history of a lot of things with alien abductions, and I'm also going to have some Wikileaks and the Gulf of Aden I've covered before. Now, the mysteries of the mind, time, and space has been something that we've all been interested in, along with the underground bases with Camp Hero, the Montauk Point, and the projects. And I hope that by listening and watching this video, you'll just find it fun and interesting with what's happening in today's current state of affairs. And I do have some different things all thrown together, but it does go together in a very strange way. So I'm hoping that by showing you these visuals and small clips of things, you'll get a synopsis of what I plan on having with the different things I cannot say in a creative way on this platform, and looking forward to having call-in shows and go over what this race is and the different genetic things that they're doing with the CRISPR and Cas9. It says that the Wikileaks published a highly confidential internal document from the cloud computing provider Amazon. The document from the late 2015 lists the addresses and some operational details of over 100 data centers spread across 15 cities in 9 countries to accompany this document. Wikileaks also created a map showing where Amazon's data centers are located. While a few are publicly tied to Amazon, this is the exception rather than the norm. More often, Amazon operates out of data centers owned by other companies, with little indication that Amazon itself is based there too. Wikileaks also turned this document into a puzzle game, the quest of random clues. The goal of this game was to encourage people to research these data centers, highlighting related issues such as contracts with the intelligence community, Amazon's complex corporate structures, and the physicality of the cloud with their CRISPR-9 and their gene editing. What are they doing? Why are they doing it? And what are your thoughts?
We're going to build a road to space. And then amazing things will happen. This is Blue Moon. Now that we have mapped the entire moon in great detail, We can use those pre-existing maps to tell the system, it's a machine learning system, to tell the system what it should be looking for in terms of craters and other features, and it navigates relative to that. This is an incredible vehicle, and it's going to the moon. It's time to go back to the moon, this time to stay.
The U.S. Navy just made a stunning admission. Naval officials yesterday confirmed that 3 separate UFO videos released by the New York Times in 2017 and previewed on the show are actually genuine. They do, in fact, show aerial phenomenon that our understanding of physics cannot explain. The Navy also recently sent a letter to Congressman Mark Walker saying that it takes UFO sightings very seriously and is working to investigate them. Nick Pope is a British journalist. He once investigated UFOs for the UK Ministry of Defense. He joins us tonight to explain the significance of this. So, Nick, this does seem like a change in the way the Pentagon describes this phenomenon.
Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
Okay, looking at the Sunspot Observatory a little bit deeper in details, I wanted to find some old photos of when it was created and a little more information. And what I came across were these archives. And if you look here, we have all the dates except for the closure date in 2018. The date that I've been telling you about, the closure of Sunspot Observatory and Elon Musk's very urgent message to get off planet and create civilizations on other planetary systems, star systems. And looking through these archives for Sunspot Observatory and just this one location, I cannot find anything. Observatory, the NSO, telescope, facility, Sunspot, New Mexico, and data and management at the Department of Astronomy. And what I find interesting is that it goes on to the general information, High Altitude Observatory and Air Force Research Lab. Now, with a certain upper respiratory illness that people are facing, many doctors have said it looks more like high altitude illness and sickness. Isn't it interesting? The High Altitude Observatory, HAO, a meteor was spotted burning up in the sky over China on October 11, 2019. The scientists said prevailing winds are spreading this virus in the 40 to 60 latitudes. Prevailing winds are spreading the disease to the hardest hit countries. Once in the upper stratosphere, the virus either fell to Earth or got caught up in the stratospheric air currents that circle the Earth, he told Mail Online. From here, the virus has spread along a global band of between 40 and 60 latitude north, with all the main strong cases appearing exactly along that range, similar to other known coronaviruses. So that in that statement alone, they're saying it's known in other coronaviruses, aimed from space by a meteor, has said that prevailing winds are spreading the disease to the hardest hit countries. Pictured the fireball caused by a meteor burning up in Earth's atmosphere above China in October 11, 2019. Consider this seemingly outrageous possibility that hundreds of trillions of infective viral particles were then released, embedded in the form of the carbonaceous dust. In support of this theory, he highlighted the remarkable aspect that this disease outbreak occurred in the same region as where the fireball was seen, contained embedded within it a monoculture particles that survived in the interior of the incandescent meteor. We believe infectious agents are prevalent in space, carried on comets, and can fall toward the Earth through the troposphere. And these, we think, can have, in the past, gone on to bring about human disease epidemics. And it talks about, last week, scientists announced the first known source for ghostly, high-energy neutrinos. The source is a blazar, a billion solar mass black hole, 3.7 billion light years away. And the discovery establishes a new way to study the universe. I'm just going to go back to the dates here. It said finding the cosmic source of the high energy neutrinos for the first time announced on July 12th of 2018. Now that's 1 month before the closure of the Sunspot Observatory in 2018, and Elon Musk frantically talking about getting off planet. So why does this matter? Well, I think it all connects. I'm still trying to put together, and I want to know in the comments below what your thoughts are, what the connections are to this, with what's going on in the world today, with the Sunspot Observatory being the high altitude, the research that they have been doing for so long, and why Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are in the race for space, why we're going back to the moon and possibly staying there, if not Mars. What are your thoughts? And all these respirators being created, could it be for us to be able to be off planet? Is that a possibility? The eugenics, and let me pull this up here. I just want to get this. Now, eugenics is the study of how to arrange reproduction within a human population to increase the occurrence of heritable characteristics regarded or desirable, developed largely by Francis Galton as a method of improving the human race. It fell into disfavor only after the perversion of its doctrines by the Nazis. And there's a lot of things that I can't say, or I won't have this video published, but I'm hoping that you can read between the lines and understand what I'm trying to say while maintaining a channel and trying to grow. So please enjoy the rest of this video. I also want to tie in the Maxwell equations so you understand the importance of this. It may seem a little boring, but I promise you it's really interesting. Maxwell's equations are a set of partial differential equations that, together with the Lorentz force law, the mathematical model for electrical, optical, and radio technologies such as power generation, HARP, ELF waves, electric motors, wireless communication, radar, describe how the electric and magnetic fields are generated by charges, currents, and changes of the fields. The equations are named after the physicist and mathematician James Clerk Maxwell, who between 1861 and 1862 published an early form of the equations that included the Lorentz force law. Maxwell's first used the equations to propose that light is an electromagnetic phenomenon. I hope you enjoy those little do. I gotta throw that in. I just have to make this fun and interesting. So please, I hope you enjoy that. I have to have a little fun. An important consequence of Maxwell's equations is that they demonstrate how the fluctuating electric and magnetic fields propagate at a constant speed in a vacuum, known as electromagnetic radiation. These waves may occur at various wavelengths to produce a spectrum of light from radio waves to gamma rays. The equations have two major variants, and I won't read all of this to you because I know you can look it up and read it for yourself, and I'll also put it in below in the video description. But please understand, I want to go into this more, and I know I don't need to do it all in one video because that would be way too long, but I have so much I want to share with all of you. But please understand, this all connects together. And with the I'll just put in here the UFO phenomenon. Here are just some random clips that I thought were very interesting, and it has subtitles because it was in Russian. And I really appreciate you going back to my other videos and watching them, and I look forward to a live show covering all of this craziness. I hope that you have found this as interesting as I have, and I'm going to cut this short because I have a lot more for the next video. Thank you so much for being here. This is Trinity RedorBluePill. HiHoKermitTheFrogHere. And wherever you're at, whatever time it is, I appreciate you, and I hope that you find this interesting. Please comment below. Like, share, subscribe. I'm getting so close to getting my watch hours, and I'm just grateful to know each one of you. You're my family and friends, and I appreciate your constructive criticism as I learn and grow. As Michelangelo would say, never stop learning, age 87. And as I always say, never underestimate the power of kindness. Have courage, be kind, be curious, and free your mind. We have a lot more to cover on this UFO phenomena.